Hello everyone, it's Alex. As some of you have noticed, I have been working on beta 2.2 in the past days and I just uploaded the release 7 a few minutes ago. You can find it at quickshare.com/betas. Honestly, I think version 2.2 will be one of the most important for serious Kwik users. It brings several important additions that people may oversee at first. With that in mind, I decided to create this tutorial showing things you cannot miss at all. I'm planning to shoot this video without major editing, so pick your snacks, download the tutorial files, sorry about my English, and get ready to start. Here we are in Photoshop and we're gonna create a new Kwik project. Again, if you have downloaded Kwik for the first time and have no idea where is Kwik, and if you are not seeing this window here, which is the plugin panel, you can come here in Photoshop, Window, Extensions, and just enable Kwik. Okay, so we are going to create a new project. For doing that, just come in here and click New Project. And I'm going to name it Tutorial Beta 2. And I'm going to use for this specific project the Universion option. Okay, you can select New Universal or New iPad, but for this something that I'm going to show you in a while, I think it's nice to have Universal, and also because Universal does not use the large image, Retina image that the new iPad requires. So I think for just for demo purpose, it's a nice feature to use the Universal. I'm going to keep the orientation, and I will not use page 2, which is this one here at this moment. I'm going to just leave it blank. I'm going to create this. It's going to open a new page for me, totally blank. This is going to be my title page, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with this yet. So I'm going to just paint this. I'm going to select, I don't know, could be a blue here, a dark blue. And I'm going to paint this. And I'm going to leave as this. I'm not going to do anything with that because, again, I'm not going to use this now. I'll have plans for a future, but it's nice in the designing planning phase to have your page in the correct order. So page 1 as is. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to save this file. It's important. And now I'm going to come here in this second page, and I mean this file that we are going to use as our second page in the project. So it's selected. I come here and I'm going to click in Kwik. I'm going to add a new page. So I'm going to say page 2, and now I'm going to use this file as page 2 content. So OK, and as you can see now I have 2 pages, and I am working at this moment in page 2. The way I know that, it's because here it says at page 2. So but as you can see, there is nothing applied in this page. So I think I'm gonna spend a few moments here talking about what we're gonna do in this project. There's lots of things here. As you can see, you have this snowman here. There's lots of trees in the back. We have some text. There's this star or snowflake, and that's this ugly house here. What we're gonna do at this moment is start to play with some features, some new features for version 2.2. First thing that we are going to do is to select this snowman here, okay, and we're going to play with him, make him shaking because it's too cold outside. So I'm going to come here in the animations and select this shake widget. This is something new for version 2.2. So okay, let's click the shake widget. I'm going to name it Shake Snowman. Feel free to name what using another name if you want to, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him shake just 3 seconds, and I'm not gonna touch anything else, just this here, wait request. If you're not familiar with this yet, what it tells is when this page starts, because it says here wait request, nothing is gonna happen. Something needs to trigger this widget. Okay, so let's create it. So now you see here in the components panel, there's the shake snowman. I'm gonna also create an action for that, because if we need something to make it shake, it could be a button or an action. Let's start creating an action. So I'm gonna call it act shake, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play an animation. Okay, so there's just one animation here. I'm gonna use shake snowman, it's the only one, create, and that's it. So this is the first thing. We are gonna shake this snowman here when something happens and triggers that. Another thing that is new is it's about the multiplier. I'm gonna select this snowflake here. This is the flake here, and I'm gonna use the replacements multiplier. The multiplier is not something new for version 2.2. It came a few versions ago, but there's lots of new additions in 2.2. Let me cover some of them. I'm gonna set this to multiply this snowflake 20 times, okay? And I'm gonna leave the distance randomically, so the flakes are gonna come in different positions. But this is something new here, rotation. You can now set different rotations for something being multiplied. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make each snowflake coming rotate between 0 degrees, which is their regular position, to let's say 45 degrees. You can play with these numbers. And another thing is new here is the play forever. Now you can say, okay, I want to play forever. So after the 20 copies comes, it's gonna restart and restart and keep restarting because it's playing forever. I'm gonna touch here the boundaries. I think that the flakes can come from any position in the X, meaning from the position 0 here to position 1024, which is here, so I'm okay with that. But the Y, I want them coming just from above the screen. So I'm gonna set this to minus, could be 500 to 0. What does it mean is they are just coming from 500 pixels before the screen starts, or 0, or between minus 500 or 0. So it can be minus 400, minus 100. So this way, every flake will come in a different velocity speed. So I think it's a nice addition. I'm going to enable physics here and set this gravity for normal. So they are coming from top to bottom. And also I'm going to set this, something new here, is to start with a request only. So wait request. So create. Okay, now we have this multipliers stuff here for the, but again, it needs something to trigger this. I'm gonna create another action for that. I'm gonna create this action here, and I'm gonna call it action is no. And what I'm gonna use here is I'm gonna come to common and use a new interaction called play multiplier. It's something new in 2.2 also. There's just one multiplier, snowflake. I'm gonna create this, and I have this action. So we could publish our project now and see the results, but I'm gonna cover a few more stuff before that. So let's talk about the sync feature. The sync feature is the feature that highlights words or entire phrase when you attach an audio here. So the first thing, we are going to have this in our text here, which is this layer my text. Okay, so the first thing to do here now is to add an audio. So I'm going to add an audio here, and I'm going to use an audio that I have called Oh No MP3. I create this audio in Audacity. I'm going to show you now in a while, but this is going to be this MP3 file. It's pretty much the narration of this paragraph here. I'm going to set this to a README file, and I'm not gonna play this when page start, because I'm going to show you something new also. So, and this is gonna play just one time when something triggers this audio. So I'm gonna save this. And now I'm gonna select my text here, the layer, and I'm gonna come here in the layering replacements and select sync audio. And as you can see, a few additions or news in the sync audio and text. The first one is I'm gonna use the readme audio, okay, which in our case, because there's just one audio, is the same audio. Oh no, but I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna select a different color here. And if you haven't noticed yet, you don't need to set flash anymore. There's no more flash needed for this feature here. All you have to click is this button here, the picker button, and select a color for that. I'm gonna use this color here, purplish color, okay. And I'm gonna import labels from Audacity. Otherwise, I would have to create to enter in each word here and create time codes. But because I create this in Audacity, all I have to do is to import those labels from Audacity. So I'm gonna click here, and let me pick where I have this. I think I have this here. Oh yeah, I have it here. And again, those files are available in the zipped file that you can download from our website. So as you can see here, I create these labels already in Audacity, and I'm gonna, again, if you don't know how to do that, let me quickly show this. I think I have Audacity open here. So here I have Audacity. I create this audio file here. I'm gonna play for you. Oops, let me remove this. Back here.
Oh no, said the frozen snowman when the snow started.
So just save this audio using my regular mic. And in order to create automatic labels, what you have to do is simply select a part of the audio that you want to define as a word or as a phrase, and you can come here in the in the tracks and say add label, add selection, or just click Ctrl B, and here you can write, for example, okay, this is the word, welcome, for example. In our case, this is nothing here, it's just a space, but this one is the word O. So if I come here and select just this part here and play,
oh,
you see that's just the O here. So this is the way you do that. You create your labels here, and when you are ready, what you have to do is to export your audio, because Audacity is saving in its format, but we need this in MP3 or WAV or whatever you want. So you save the audio, and the other thing you do here in the file, export labels, and with that you're gonna export the labels. So this way Kwik will be able to import this. So this I thought it was a nice addition to show you. I'm gonna quit Audacity here. I'm gonna go back to Photoshop. So we just imported this, but there's something new here in version 2. Now we are able also to apply actions to specific times in your sync file. So in our case here, let's say when the text starts, the moment that my narration says snowman, it would be nice to have the snowman shaking. So we can do it now. Just double click here, the snowman. We have the time codes coming from Audacity as expected, but now we can apply an action here. And that action that we are going to apply is act shake. So we are going to shake when the word snowman is said. And we're going to do the same with the snow. The moment that the word snow is highlighted, we are going to start the snowing process from the multiplier. So this is pretty cool. Another thing that I decided to add in this version is this show play button. I'm gonna enable this. In the past, you need a button to replay or to play the sync, but sometimes you just want to test it to see if it's okay before you have created your own button, or sometimes you are not gonna create a button, but it would be nice to have something pre-made, just enable the user to click it. And I'm gonna when we play, I'm gonna show you that. So I'm gonna create this. This is something new also, the show play button in version 2.2. So create. So let's see another thing here. As you can see, there's this ugly house here. Of course, I'm not gonna plan. I'm not planning to use this house, but sometimes it's nice to have some kind of guide layer. In my case, I'm planning, am I adding a house here? But if so, is this the best place? So this is the house, the layer, the house. I know I'm gonna need a house here, but I'm not sure yet if this is the house that I want. So it would be nice if I could not show this house, or even not having this in the code, because I don't know yet if I'm gonna use or not. So with 2.2 you can do it now. If you just come here and click in the name of the layer and add a dash as the first character of the name, it tells Kwik now that this is just a guideline or a guide layer. Do not export the image, do not add this in the code. So it's again a nice addition if you're a serious player here and you are playing with your different layers before knowing which one are gonna come and are gonna be part of the project or not. So this is again a nice addition that you should understand. Another thing here is, as you can see here, I have lots of trees. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees, and I'm gonna export this project now, and we're gonna discuss one thing that it's very common from people asking me stuff, which is how to make my project smaller, the project file, especially for Android device, which requires less amount of megabytes. So let's select here this export image. Okay, and we're gonna publish our entire project at this moment and see what we have now. So let's publish it and take a look. So it's just create page 1, and now it starts to create page 2. And remember, because we are using a universal project, every image, every layer is gonna be copied twice. Once the main one for the large resolution, in our case here the iPad 1024 by 768, and a second one for a smaller device. Okay, so let's publish it, and I'm gonna come here, just open the correct tutorial now. It's called we name it tutorial beta 2, right? This is the one. So hang on me. So where's the snowman? Remember, the blue page is the first one. It's always open in the first one, but we have to go to page 2. When you go to page 2, nothing's happening. Remember, we haven't set anything, but when I come here and click this is the autoplay button. Okay, I'm gonna click it and the sync will start.
Oh no, said the frozen snowman when the snow started.
Did you see that? When the word frozen was hit, the snowman shake it. And when the word snow came, the snow started. And you're gonna see that the snow will keep coming, supposedly. Probably I didn't enable the play forever. I'm gonna check it again, but let's click a bit. Let's click again. So the snowman's shaking and the snow started again. So let's before going back to our project and see why the snow is not replicating, let's see the project files. So I'm gonna open here my other window. It's the tutorial beta 2. So here I am. So I have the tutorial beta 2, the 2 page. So I'm gonna go to the build page and I'm gonna go to the images. And as you can see, for every image I have twice in large resolution, in low resolution. But let's take a look of the trees. We have pretty much the same trees, and together that they are in charge of lots of not that much case, but you know, it's 100k times 10. We have 1 MB here just with the same tree, and this is probably something that we do not want to spend memory with the same image at all. So let me delete this. I'm gonna move to trash. I don't want this anymore. Let's use a few new tricks in Kwik 2.2. So let's go back there. So what I'm gonna do here is, oh, I forgot to mention. As you can see here, the house. Oops, I have a bug. Oh yeah, because I do not have the image anymore. But you probably remember that the ugly house didn't show up because again it's set to not show up. So let me quickly see the snowflake here. Yeah, I have the play forever here, and I don't know why it didn't work here. I have another example here. It's working, but anyways, maybe I missed something. So let's create again. So we talk about the tree, right? We have this tree one here, and we have lots. I mean, the tree, the main one, and all of them are just copies of this one. We could use a multiply here, but the issue using multiply is it's hard for people to work with different layers under the multiply. For example, if you want to do something different, have a different scale for 3, 2, you cannot do that with the multiplier. Let's say for 3, number 4, you want it a little bit stretched. You cannot do it because the multiplier creates pretty much everything in memory. Here, no, it's different. Each layer can be addressed by a function, an animation. You can do that. But again, they're just the same layers. You don't need this. So let's use something new. Let me select all trees besides the tree one. Okay, the original one. So 3 is the original one. I'm going to select 3, 2, 3, 1. 3 number 3 and 3 number 4, and I'm gonna come here in this layer properties. And again, if you're not familiar with that, you can select more than one layer and apply different stuffs to the range of layers. You don't need to do it one on one. So as you can see here, there's a new feature. It's called render as. In our case here, each layer, if you come in each different layer, you're gonna see here render as. In my case here, it's layer 4, 3, 4. You see the default, which is the own layer. But in our case, we want all those selected layers to render as 3, layer 3. So that's it, save. And now, for example, let me select 3, 1, and I'm gonna come back here to layer properties. And if you can see here, it's 3, 1. But it's gonna render as layer 3. Okay, so it's nice to know. Let's view it and see some difference. But let me show you something different also here. Sometimes because we are working on a universal project, you may say, you know what, in my iPad everything's perfect, but when I go to a different device, the images are a little bit blurred. I cannot see why it's happening. And it happens because, as you know, because the ratio stuff, different devices have different ratios, and everything happens automatically in the background. Photoshop simply try to decrease, make the images smaller, according the coordinations and the width and size and height of the original image. But if you have the width or the height of the image in odd, I mean, if it's not divided by 2, it's That's the reason it blurs, because now it says, okay, I have 120 by 2 it's 60, but the original image is 120 by 81. So 81 by 2 is 40.5. So this is the reason of the blur. So it would be nice if Kwik could tell us, hey, you're gonna have some issues with this image because this image is not even. So now you can come here in the settings, and there's the publish. I just renamed from previously was export. Now it's publish. And now you see this later option here, alert if image resolution needs to be fixed while export for a smaller device, and we are going to use that. Okay, all right. And I'm going to show something new in a while. So now we have this export image selected, and let's say we decide to use this house, this ugly house, also in our project. Let's just remove the dash. But as you can see, if I come here now and export my project again, I need to export with image because the house image does not exist, neither the trees anymore, because we deleted everything. But it would be nice to have a way to export the layers that I changed. I don't want to export everything again. And you know, the background is a big one, so now you can. In order to do that, again, you have to select the export image, and you can come here and say, select the layer 3 and the layer house, just those two layers. And if you have more than one layer selected, with this option enabled, when you click publish, what it's gonna do is it's gonna export just the missing layers. But also, because we set that new option in the settings, take a look. It says now layer 3 should be resized to avoid blur when auto resize for a smaller device. Because again, this layer has 281, which is not divisible by 2, and the height is the same. It's not divided by 2. So now what you can do is you can come here back in Photoshop and reduce the size of this the image to 280 by 280 or 282 by 282. So this way you're not going to have this blurry issue anymore. But let's okay. Let's do this. So again, it's exported first, and also you're going to have the same message for the other layers, but Kwik is not generate them. Remember, we are going to just use the render as layer 3. And also the house has the same situation. It's 289 by 217, should be 290 by 218. Okay, so it's creating, and now again you see that we come to the first page, which is not ready yet, and we go back now. There's the house, the ugly house. There are the trees. But again, how do we know that Kwik really create the trees or not? And let's play again to see if
said the frozen snowman.
the snowman is shaking. It is, and if there's no starts. Here comes the snow. So let's go back to our folder and see now the difference. So as you can see now, there is no more 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, just 1.3. And again, we came up originally from 1 megabyte, and now we have 180 kilobytes. So much better, right? And also we have the house back, appearing for the first time in our project. Okay, let's go back to Kwik, and let's see something different here. Let's paint this house another color here. Let me just quickly, let's say this is the new house, and we want this house, and all we need now is just to export this house. How can I export just one image? If I press this button here, it's export image on. What Kwik will do is, because Kwik has no idea that you just need to export this particular image, it will export everything. So the way it is, if there's only one layer selected and the export image, you press publish, all images are going to be exported. If you have more than one image, it will export only the 2 or 3 or 4 or the range of selected layers. But sometimes you just have one layer. What is the way to do that? There's a trick here. You can come here, select the layer, disable the export image, okay? And now, before we do that, let me go back here to the publish and disable this alert here, because we know red. I'm not going to have all the alerts again. I don't have time now to resize all the image. So I'm disabling that alert, but I'm going to show you something new here. When publishing only current page, start simulator in the current page. What does it mean? The way it is, every time that I export my project, no matter if I just working in one particular page, in our case here, page 2, the simulator will always open in page 1. Okay, if I come here and say, you know what, I'm gonna publish only current page, and when I do that, open my project only in the current page. So I'm enable that. So again, just select this page. I'm gonna export just this page, and I'm gonna just export the house, the new house. So publish. No more messages about the size issue. But when you see that it comes to the house is exported again. And when I start the simulator now, see that? The simulator comes already in page 2. So again, a huge time saver if you are working in a large project and only need to export a few layers, or would like to start seeing the project already in page number 10 instead of having to go to page 1, page 2, page 3. You know the idea. So back to Kwik. Again, we decide that this house is not the cutest one. Just add the dash again, and it will not export anymore. But if you remember, it will be part of the current folder, image folder, because it exists. So in situations like that, you're gonna be in charge of coming here and delete the image that you do not want anymore. So if I come back here to Photoshop and publish again, the house will not be generated anymore, because again, it has the dash in the beginning. The page will start in page 2, and again, when you click here,
said the frozen snowman.
There's no man shakes, there's no comes, and that's it. Like I said, so many different things, not necessarily new visual things. More will come for sure in version 2.2, but I thought that these new additions are really interesting and important for people doing serious work with Kwik and with several pages. I think most of you. So I hope you have enjoyed that, and more is coming. Take care. Bye bye.